Hey guys, this is Eric from Top Flight Trades. It is December 6th, 2014, and this video is my weekend review. And in this video, I'm going to go over what happened last week, what stocks we got in and out of, take a look at some of the other stocks I have my eye on for this coming week, and what to expect. So that's pretty much it. I hope everybody had a good week last week, a good profitable week. I know I'm looking forward to a good one next week. Hopefully we'll see some good action and some profits. So enjoy the video. We're going to switch over to the chart side now and look at some charts. Yeah, I hope you enjoy the video. If you do enjoy the video, make sure you subscribe or come on over to topflighttrades.com and check out our site there, and you can get free access to our premium picks, free for life. Also, we're on Twitter, Facebook, and StockTwits. I'm on Twitter and StockTwits throughout the day. And I normally don't post everything that I post there on the website, of course. So come on over and check it out and meet some people. And if you want to improve your trading, there's a lot of good people to know and correspond with. So, all right, back to the video, back to the charts. Let's do it and have a good week. All right, the first stock we're looking at here is Jazz Pharmaceuticals. That's J-A-Z-Z. This is the weekly chart. I've covered this in previous videos here this last week, talking about the setup here. Basically, what I wanted to see do was break above the resistance that we saw at about 178 or so. Again, this is the weekly chart. This goes all the way back to April. We reached that high of 176.60, bounced off it, bounced around a bit, came up, touched that area again in early September, and then now we've been fighting to break on through since looks like all of November. So looking ahead now, let's go to the daily chart. And so here we are again. So what I wanted to see was break above that. I said in the previous video, I wanted to see this clear 180. I'm not going to buy in at 179. Normally I would buy under the nice round number of 80 because it is kind of a resistance support area. And I like to put my protection, my buys in underneath those areas. But in this case, I didn't. I wanted to see a real breakout here, and I didn't get it. So pretty much Friday's candle looked exactly like Thursday's candle. So I'm still hopeful with this, though. We're above the 5-day moving average here. I have this drawn in here. I don't really follow the 5-day too closely or use it. I mostly follow the 13-day as far as getting a closer view on things. But we are above the 5-day. I like where we're at. I think next week we get a solid week. We'll finally break up above 180 and hopefully be on the road to 200 easily. So I'm happy where I'm at. I have no problems with this one, and I'm holding long. Next stock is MDVN. I got into this one here a week and a half ago, I believe. I got in this one at 115.34. I'm getting on this one. Now, again, I was trying to get the breakout on this one. And next day it failed, pulled right back. And it's been trading sideways in this area again. Here's the resistance line that I wanted to clear. Is currently looking about 112, 113. And right now, a little area of concern is this right here. It did close beneath the 13-day moving average. So that is a concern for me. Doesn't mean if a stock closes beneath the 13-day moving average, it's necessarily a sell. But it should get your attention. That definitely keep an eye on this Monday. If the markets are down Monday, or this is down Monday, and we continue, and I'll probably be definitely looking for an opportunity to exit. I currently have my stop on this one at 107.88. I have it pretty far down, really. It's about 6% beneath my entry. So if I don't like what I see on Monday, and I may get out just earlier and just take like a 3% loss on it and move on. Doesn't mean the company's bad. If this does turn red and continue down, then it might come down to 106 area here in the next few days, or it could come down to this area of 101. I don't think it'll go underneath 100 and come all the way down here in the 80s or anything like that. But if I do exit, I'll just wait for another opportunity, and that's that. So that's MDVN. Next stock is VDSI. Here's VDSI. Let's look at the 1 week really quickly. So here's the 1 week. So this stock's been performing real well. You can see back since April or so, we finally, back in April, this thing finally took off. Got some good volume. Let's see, look at earnings. Estimate was 1 cent, and they hit 13 cents. That's awesome. Estimate was expectations were 7 cents. They had 21. 32 versus 9. So yeah, this is a great company here. So I am in this one at 29.64. I'm waiting for it to. I want it to break above the this line here, about 28, 29, and that's at least where I've recognized the resistance, support resistance. I got it on this candle here, and it did go up a bit. I was expecting to come back and touch this again. Very often the stocks will do. They'll break through resistance, go up a bit, and then they'll pull back, touch the now support, and then bounce off it again. So hopefully we'll get that now. I don't have any issues with this one. We still are above the 13-day moving average. We're just pretty much trading sideways. Everything's good here. I need to be patient. Let this play out. I have my stop currently right now at 27.83, which is 6% below. 27.83. So where are we at? That's looks really tight on the chart, but it is 6%. So yep, that's where I'm at with that one. We're doing good. Next one is ULTA. Okay, ULTA, Ultra Salon. Ultra Salon's earnings were, Wednesday on the 4th? And the estimate was 83, and they came out with 91 cents per share earnings. So almost a good 10% above the expectations. So actually was at that close that day, so we ended up gapping up. And so here we are. I like where we're at. I got in this one at 123.22. So 123.22. So it was back on this day. Yeah. So I normally don't play earnings, but I did this one, and so far so good. Earnings were great. Let's see how this plays out. My stop on this one is currently at 117.87, which is really far low. It's actually only at 4%, but I don't need that. I can at least my goal was to put it underneath the 100-day moving or the 50-day moving average here, and it'll be going up. So I'll be shifting my stop up a bit to protect some of my money, and that's that. We did get a lot of red here though. Look at that. So that's fine. I'm happy where I'm at. There was talk whether this would come back and, fill the gap, but I don't know. I think we're good. So hopefully next week's a positive week and ULTA continues to move on. They got great earnings, great company. And if you pay attention to the noise on the news, Kramer's just loving this company. So he was on boasting about it, and that certainly helps if a lot of retail traders are out there listening to all the words and advice of Kramer, then I'm sure they're running to their machines and buying this stuff up. So we'll see how next week does for ULTA. And the final stock that I'm in is OTEX. I got in this here just a few weeks ago. I got back in on this breakout here, I believe. I don't have the date in front of me, but I got in at 56.94. So where was that? Oh, no, I was back in here when it broke above this. Yeah, it broke above this, pulled back. Anyways, I got in on the intraday. Up we go. We came back, touched that again like it always seems to do, and now we're going. So next week, hopefully, we'll be moving. This stock doesn't trade very much. The volume is kind of low. Let me see. Yeah, the average volume is 273,000. So that's pretty low. Watching the time and sales on it is pretty much a sleeper sometimes. There's definitely some gaps where it's not trading much, not like GoPro or Twitter or anything like that. So anyways, yeah, that's that. So things are looking good with that. I drew some support and resistance here that I had quickly noted. I know it's awfully tight, but if this thing's to break out, I want to obviously see it clear 60 and go, not just touch or go over 60. Obviously, we need it to close and open above it. So that's that. So those are the stocks I am in. Jazz, MDVN. Let me repeat that. Jazz, JAZZ, MDVN, VDSI, ULTA, and OTEX. All right. All right. Hey, continuing on here, let's take a look at some of the others here. These are other IBD sector leads. This is GoPro. We talked about this a few times the last couple weeks. I got stopped out of this last week, or the week before, I guess. I I don't have the numbers in front of me, but I got stopped out back. I believe it was this day right here. I think I bought in over here and stopped out. Anyways, this is quite a pattern wedge here we're trading. So we'll see what happens with this. This is the daily chart. You can see actually we're broken underneath that there. What's it doing? It just moved. Okay. What's going on here? All right. Well, my line's moving all over the place. Anyways, we'll see what this does next week. I'm really curious to see if this does finally break out of here. If it does, it's going to be ready. If not, it's looking more like it's gonna drop on down, break through that there. I don't think it could come down to 70 or so, but after that, we're looking at 64 range. Then you have here the 100-day moving average just finally being drawn in there. So GoPro, I'm not sure what's going on with GoPro. I'm not in it. Don't know much about that. So next one here we'll look at is EA, Electronic Arts. This is the daily chart. Let's look at the weekly really quick. Boy, you can see how they broke out of this area here. So right there, resistance was at 38. It wasn't looking too good. Finally, they got some volume, some action there. Finally busted right through the moving averages there. That's a 13-day and then the 5. Up we go. And this one actually did not come back and pull back and touch that line again. So this shows some strength. This is on the weekly, by the way, as well. But here we are, we're up, and now we're heading towards 50. Let's shift over to the one-day chart. So again, here is our line here. What do you think about this? So you just quickly draw that in there. Gapped up right through it, right above it. See, I would expect this to come back, touch this line. It didn't. That just shows you the strength. And so this one's running. So looked like a lot of people got in this area right there, traded sideways for a bit, and we just continued. That's where we're at with that one. That might be worth a watch. I do expect this to come back down and correct at some point here, but we'll see. This is too late for me to get into, unless we get a nice flag pattern there showing. But I don't know. It's pretty much too late for me. Again, I like the breakouts above previous resistance. So too late to the game for me, but that's a good strong stock. Next we have CMPR. Here we go. Some press. This looks good here. Again, I just love this play. So we'll see. This is one I always talk about. It's so easy to see. I do play other setups besides this, but this is just awesome. I mean, look at this. Here we are. Resistance is at 69. Was at 69. It went up, touched it, hit it a few times that week, bounced off it, came up, hit it again, and now we're gone. So again, is this going to come up to say 75, turn around and come back down, touch 69 again? Keep an eye on it. It might. And if it does touch 69 again, and you get some good volume and good movement, it'll go. That'd be a nice, you won't be too late to the party pretty much. So that's CMPR. That's an awesome one. QLYS. All right. Hey, look at this. All right. So this is looking good as well. Here we are. Keep an eye on that one. To add that one to my list. Yeah, looking good. What else do we have? AKRX. All right. So we just had earnings. What did we have? Beat expectations. 26 cents earnings over estimate of 22. Boy, look at that. That thing dropped pretty well after that. All right. Let's look at the weekly on this one. Okay. Yeah, you see, I was a little overextended there, and it came right back down. Jeez, I bet there are people up there who bought at 45. Yikes. Yeah, 45. Let me just throw that on there while we're here. Throw this on there. That'd be good to put that there, I would say. Anyways, let me just shift back over to the daily. Let's take a look here. Yeah. All right. So here's the other line here that I'm liking right there. So we're on that. As long as we hold this line, if you were to get into this one, I'd put a stop just underneath there. Less than 8% certainly. But we'll watch this there next week, and next stop I would say would be up about 45, 44. And hopefully it goes beyond that. But it might be safe to say you can expect 43, 44 out of it if you want to get a quick few dollars there. So that's AKRX. Next is Celgene, CELG. Okay, here we are in the daily. You see we had a nice run there. Again, it broke out. Took off, went from 109 up to 115, 116. Now it's pulling back a little bit. It's probably going to trade sideways again. Maybe it'll trade sideways like this and form a little short base. We'll see. But now might be a good time to get in. But again, we'll see if I don't think this will pull back. Celgene's been quite a monster. Let me see here. Let's take a look at this. Yeah, looking pretty good last few years. So that's Celgene. So I'm keeping an eye on that one. And Manhattan. Look at that. That's what I need tonight. It's a Manhattan. That sounds good. All right, so here we are. So this is awesome. I love these plays. I love these breakout plays like this. This is the daily chart. So where are we at? 40, 41's resistance area here, and 40, 50 or so. And obviously that day we cleared it, but didn't close over it. Pulled back, and then boom. What was the results? I don't know what caused that, but either way, it's up above it. So that's a good one to watch. Keep an eye on. We'll see if it pulls back, touches it. Yeah, looking good. And then finally, let's look at a couple here. NTES. This is the daily we're looking at. So what do you think? Let's go to the weekly. I'm taking too long in this video. This is just crazy. I could do this all day. All right, we'll see here. I don't know where I'm going to put support. Don't really have many candles to determine that. But anyways, we got a nice little pullback here. So if you're looking to get in this one, keep an eye on it, and we'll see if we can reach new highs. You get these pullbacks like this if you want to know if we're actually going to turn around and get some good movement out of it. You might wait till the stock reaches like a new 7-day high, or it crosses up above, again, the 13-day moving average. Or if you really want to look tightly, wait till it crosses up above the 5-day moving average. So this is worth a look. And then finally, the last one is ACT. This one's currently at 266. I've never played this one. I've had my eye on it quite a bit. Might be able to call that there. You can see we traded up above. I just put that about 269. Yeah, you could probably say the resistance is at 270. It's never perfect. 270. Anyways, it went over it. You get the idea. It's just going to be a matter of time before this clears it. Let's look at the weekly. Yeah, see. Not too good. So look at this stuff. All right. Okay, well, let me just draw this again just to show you. Now, this is on the weekly. This happens at all points on the chart. You look at this and, you see it goes up to this area, touches it, comes back down, and you could crudely draw that line in there, and it finally breaks through it. But what do you know? It comes back and touches it. I tell you what. Happens on the weekly, the daily, the hourly, you name it. Keep an eye on it. So if a stock breaks out and you missed your chance, it's probably going to come right back. All right, looking here at ACT. Boy, look at this volume. That's insane. This is on the weekly again. So that was just 2-3 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago. All right. So that's some institutional buying, I'm sure. Okay, so back to the daily on ACT. Here we are. Yeah, that's the day it broke out above that area there. Boom. Broke above 250. Yeah. Whatever. Boom, boom, boom. All right. So that's my review. This video is way too long. It's going to take about 17 hours to upload, I'm sure. Anyways, that's just some of the stocks we're looking at. So as for next week, hey, what are we looking at next week? Hopefully the market continues stronger. We'll see what we do here. See if we trade sideways a little bit. See the tricks is downward sloping, but we're still kind of holding even here. We see we got that over here a little bit as well. Yeah, we'll just see how we do next week, see how the rest of the world does as well. So, you know, and I kind of talk about that too, how when we get past an area and we break out and bust through it and come back and touch it. I mean, I know there's really not much area here of resistance and support to look at, but I mean, you could look at this level here and we could come back down and touch it. You know, we don't know. We'll see. So, hey, the bottom line though is, regardless, make sure you use stops. Just here in the last week, I've been hearing about how people aren't using stops, and you know, every day you learn something new. And if you didn't know about stops, that's all right. I didn't know about stops at one point, especially in pennies. You couldn't even play stops and pennies with pennies. But that was one great advantage of knowing with playing with stocks that were above $5, $10 that with my broker then, which was Scott Trade, you couldn't do stops on under $5 or $10 pennies. Anyways, you could on others. And so that was one thing that was huge as far as me, you know, learning how to not lose money. I can get up and leave and go to the bathroom, go to the shower, go to the store, and not come back and lose 80% of my money, of my capital. And stops are a beautiful thing. It's like insurance policy. They're free. You know, you can move the stop around. They don't charge you. I used to think that they'd charge you every time you put a stop order in and canceled it and moved it and all that they charged you all the time. They don't. I mean, I don't know why you wouldn't use them, but if there is uncertainty in the market and you want to just play it tight, set those stops, write a plan. Every time you're going to enter a stock, you're going to get in at 30. You know, you say, I'm going to set it at 4%. Set it, leave it. Take your hands off it. You can go to the store. You can go on a road trip. And, you know, the only time you'd have to really worry about anything is if it gapped down over your stop. But for the most part, you're good to go, okay? And then use alerts. I use alerts all the time. A lot of these charting services offer alerts. Your broker offers alerts. And what I'll do, too, is I might set an alert to notify me on my cell phone, email, you name it, when a stock crosses below a certain level. My stop could be even further down, but hey, if this thing's starting to head south, I want to know. If this thing's gone down 4%, I want to know before it hits my 8. You know what I mean? Kind of like I was just talking about MDVN. It's now crossing beneath that 13-day moving average. I'm going to keep a close eye on it, and I'm going to get an alert here if it continues. So use your alerts, use your stops. All these tools are available for you, and they're going to help you tremendously. So anyways, this video is way too long. I hope you have a good video here. So let's go to the closing. Well, there you have it, folks. Those are the stocks we're keeping an eye on this week and some of the positions I'm in. So I wish you the best of luck this week. Hey, if you want to let me know what stocks you're in, what you're playing, come on over to topflighttrades.com or leave a comment there on Twitter or StockTwits. Love to hear from you, especially if you have any questions. Also, if you have any questions about anything that we're doing here, any of the stocks, any of the setups, or anything like that, it can be reached over at topflighttrades@gmail.com, at our website, any of those places, Facebook. Yeah, get a hold of us. We do have a new chat feature on the website now. It seems to be working, and it's quite light, but it'll work, and I can reach out to you. So, all right. Well, thank you very much. Thanks for watching the video. Make sure you subscribe, like, comment, or come on over to topflighttrades.com. Have a good week. Thanks.